I'm Andrew Thomas. I'm an autistic adult, but I'm also a college graduate, a local producer. I am also a Special Olympics athlete who succeeded in many ways than one. I'm also here to talk to you about people with disabilities like me who had their tough times but have also succeeded in their life, and the people who helped them. Andrew's Community Connection. Community Connection. I'm Andrew Thomas. I'm here with a fellow SU alumni of mine, Garrett Rowe. Nice to see you again, Garrett.
Nice to see you as well.
What is your disability?
Well, it's kind of a harder thing to describe because I'm not sure if it's an actual disability per se that's been documented. But the basics I could give you is that I had a spinal cord injury from a surgery. So that left me paralyzed pretty much from the waist down. And then, of course, I had a left arm amputation from a heart defect at birth.
How was your school life with your disability?
Well, at times it was a challenge, but at other times it wasn't that bad. I think the challenges really came when it came to accessible bathrooms. Like before I went to high school, there wasn't an accessible bathroom. They had to turn around and build one before I came there. Now, when I came to Salisbury University, I was amazed with the accessibility. Like, I didn't think it was as accessible as what I figured it out to be, but I liked it.
Did you ever feel depressed with having a disability?
I wouldn't say depressed. There were times where I had the what if question in my mind. What if I wasn't disabled? What if I could walk? What if I could do this, that, and the other? But the way I also see it is I could do a lot with one hand that many can't do with two.
What would you say to people who don't understand people who have disabilities?
What would I say? I would just tell people to give those with disabilities a chance, because you just never know what kind of people they turn out to be.
Do you have a job?
I do. I am a park ranger at the Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad State Park in Church Creek, Maryland.
That's cool.
It's a good time.
Yep. What do you do over there? Actually,
I'm well, I'm a park ranger, but it's not your conventional park ranger because we're a different type of park. We're not a recreational park. We're more of a visitor center, exhibit kind of thing that's dedicated to the life and legacy of Harriet Tubman. So what I do, I tell people, like, I inform them where the restrooms are, and I inform them where the exhibits are, and if we have a tour group, I give them a brief introduction to our park, because a lot of people that come through, they don't know much, if at all, about Harriet Tubman. So it's our job as park rangers there to educate them on Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad.
people don't really know about Harriet Tubman that haven't been in the history books that we don't really know.
Well, see, there are a lot of those because there are some myths. But I'd say probably my favorite unknown fact would be the fact she was married twice.
What do you say to people who meet you who don't know about your disability? What do you say to those people?
Well, I just try to explain to them that I'm just a little bit different, but I'm the same. I actually had an instance at work one time where there was a young lady who appeared scared of me. So and she did our junior ranger program. So when she came back out to get that checked, another ranger essentially threw me on the spot to explain my disability. So what I attempted to do was tie that right back into what she just learned about Harriet Tubman, because we're all unique in some kind of way.
Since you like singing, what kind of gigs do you do, and what kind of songs do you like to sing?
Well, for gigs, I've done a lot of nursing homes here lately. I also do Moose Lodges, American Legions. As far as my song choice, I tend to lean more country, but I also like some classic rock, the occasional pop tune, a few oldies tunes.
That's good. Have a favorite song that you like to sing?
Ooh. Ooh, you hit me with a good one there, Andrew. Lately, I think my favorite song to sing would be My Girl by the Temptations, because I've been told I have a good vocal range, and it allows me to kind of show that off a little bit.
So, are you in a relationship,
Yes,
Garrett?
I am.
Can you tell us anything about the relationship?
Oh my gosh. This is probably
All
my
the juicy
favorite
stuff.
thing to... You don't want all the juicy stuff. But it's probably my favorite thing to talk about. It's a 30-year-old. Her name is Nikki Farabee. She lives in Georgetown. We've been together since about September of last year, and I just recently got engaged to her.
Congrats.
Thank you. I appreciate that. She has an 8-year-old son named Ulrich, who I've come to love dearly. So
That's good. For the future.
My plans for the future. Well, obviously getting married is in the cards. Hopefully graduating with my master's in audio technology from American University. Ultimately becoming an audio engineer in some recording studio in some town, USA. So
That's good.
yeah.
Yep. Brought you to Andrew's Community Connection today.
Well, goals to achieve.
What goals have you achieved?
Oh, have I achieved?
Yeah.
I think just defying the odds, because, like, you saw it when I pulled up. Who would have ever thought that I would be driving? I didn't think that I could. And if I did, I thought it was going to be a van. Who ever thought it would be a truck? And the fact that I'm here, there, and everywhere. I mean, I don't let this disability slow me down. Never have, never will.
Well, what do you say to people who do have disabilities? What kind of hope would you want to? What would you like to say to them who are feeling depressed and don't know what to do with having a disability?
I would just encourage them to go out and try different things, because you never know. You might find something you really like if you go out and try different things.
What are your hobbies?
Well, my main one is singing. I go out and I do a lot of performance gigs and things like that. Like, for instance, I've got a gig this afternoon, and then I'll be running back over here for Eastern Shore Idols.
Okay. Do you have a good singing voice?
I'd like to think I do, but I'll let other people.
Do you want to give us a sample of your singing voice?
I'm not quite warmed up yet.
Tell us about riding your truck.
About the truck. Well, with my truck, it's been converted to where I can drive it. From the outside, it looks like a normal truck. But as soon as you see the doors open, my driver's side doors, they're both welded together. You see the doors open, they come up kind of like an airplane. And then I have a lift on it where I'm locked into this lift with a Q-lock. The lift, it comes out and it drops down, and then I have a button on the dash that I have to hit in order to release the lock. And then I drive with hand controls, kind of similar to the joystick on this wheelchair. I do the gas, brake, and steering all with that. And then I have a touchpad that allows me to put the thing in park and reverse and drive, and do the windows, windshield. And then I've got a button on the A-pillar by the left side of my head where I could hit the turn signals, or I could do the windows, windshield wipers.
Yeah, it's good. Well, thank you for being here today, Garrett.
Thank you.
And tune in again next time for Andrew's Community Connection, where I have another guest with me.
Good. Let's see. Since we got Andrew,
Hello, welcome back to Andrew's Community Connection. I'm here with the rock legend himself, Nick Haglich.
Nice
Hey,
to meet you,
thank
Andrew.
you.
It's an honor to be here.
Do you have a disability?
Yes, I have autism and I also have bipolar disorder as well.
No. How was your school life?
Well, elementary was okay, and middle school and was kind of half rough and half good, and high school's very good, but college is sometimes tough sometimes.
Did you have anything that you wished was different when you were in school?
Well, not exactly. I kind of wish there were rock bands that dances instead of rap bands. Like in the 50s and 60s and 70s, but or the 80s. But my high school year was different than high school in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah. Do you have like any good moments that you like to share, like from your school life, or?
Well, actually, the best part is the arts rather than sports,
Yeah.
and I just enjoy singing in the choir better than doing wrestling or track.
Yeah. Oh, did you have any challenges with?
Well, I have challenges learning, but at least I had a educational assistant with me in high school and also in middle school because it was rough gutting out all my courses, but at least I made it all the way through.
Okay. That's good. What would you say to someone who doesn't understand about someone like you about having a disability?
Do not know, but at least I'm friends with everybody, both disability and non-disability, and as I try to unite not only my community but the East Coast of the United States of America all together as one, whether it's disability or race or creed or sexual orientation. Just do my best to unite.
Have you yourself ever allowed having like a disability to get you down?
I mean, sometimes disabilities can get me down sometimes because too much stress at work, too much stress at school, too much stress in music, and too much stress with what's going on with the world as we have kind of unlikable leaders, but we need leaders that kind of respects people with disabilities better.
What would you say to someone who's feeling down to lift them up?
Well, I just cheer them up.
Yeah. Well, do you have a job?
I work at the Worcester County Developmental Center 9 to 3 Mondays to Fridays, and nights and weekends I work music.
Well, what hobbies do you like to enjoy as we?
I kind of like to enjoy music more than my day job, even though day job kind of gets stressful with phone calls and paperwork and.
Oh, what goals have you achieved that brought you to my show here today?
Just to show pride and also show that people with disabilities can totally rock good in music.
Yeah. How long have you been singing and playing guitar?
10 years in Snow Hill, but preliminaries with high school and college before 2009.
Yeah. When did you start interested in playing?
Well, when I started interest in music, I first listened to classic rock on radio like the Beatles and the Beach Boys, and also more classic bands like Bachman Turner Overdrive, and they inspired me more than artists like Jay-Z or 50 Cent or Young Jeezy, which never inspired me.
Yeah. Do you write songs yourself?
I've been writing songs since high school and college, but sometimes they work out, sometimes they never work out, but at least I try my best.
Do you have a song that you would like to play today?
Yes, in fact, I'd like to play one of my favorite songs, originals, which talks about mostly Star Trek: The Next Generation, but
Cool show.
but just surrounding the main two characters, Data and Geordie LaForge. This song is called Data and Geordie, written by me and chords by me. So here's Data and Geordie.
Okay.
All right, just a second.
Yep.
Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are officers on the Enterprise, cruising on a federal starship. We are an android and a man with a visor on, under command by Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Data's on the bridge and Geordie's in engineering, doing business work in Federation space. They have fun together but sometimes betray each other. They're the best of friends forever. Pretty cat named Spot and Data's evil brother Lore. They've been friends with each other, but not long anymore. Riker, Worf, Troy Crusher, and Wesley on their side, joining Picard and forces fighting enemies that will be denied. Data's on the bridge and Geordie's in engineering, doing business work, Federation space. They have fun together but sometimes betray each other. They're the best of friends forever. But poker was their game. Geordie's interface was lame. Data deactivated his brother to save his friends. And as missions go by, Data died on a Reman ship. Then the android made some history on the Enterprise. Oh, Data's on the bridge, Geordie's in engineering, doing business work, Federation space. They have fun together, but sometimes betray each other. They're the best of friends forever. Data's on the bridge, Geordie's in engineering, doing business work in Federation space. They have fun together, but sometimes betray each other. They're the best of friends forever. They're the best of friends forever. They're the best of friends forever.
Good job, Nick.
Thank you. In fact, when I worked hard on that song, I studied the episodes all the way from encountered Farpoint to Nemesis.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also a big Star Trek fan, so I really like it.
Excellent.
Yep. So, yeah. But thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. As always, it's an honor.
Yes, same here. Next time for Andrew's Community Connection, we'll have another guest with me.